People trying to flip their Tesla Cybertrucks or early adopters of the Cybertruck are in big trouble, and here's why. Every time that the hot new vehicle hits the market, obviously, there's usually some huge markup on it as scalpers are buying them and trying to flip them. People have all this FOMO, so they're willing to pay a ton of money for them, a lot of times overpaying. In this particular case, the market value of the Cybertruck is dropping so fast that a lot of people are going to get stuck losing a ton of money on this. So about a month ago, this story got really big as a Cybertruck went to auction, and it went viral because the truck that cost no more than $100K sold for $250,000. It's not just the price, though, that really drew eyeballs, but instead this agreement that people sign with Tesla when they buy a Cybertruck that they won't flip the truck for a profit right away, which means that the seller of this Cybertruck broke their deal with Tesla, which would allow Tesla to sue them if they really wanted to. Nothing on that yet, but we'll see in the coming months. Also, the price. They took this $100,000 truck and they bought it for $250K, which really was not even as much as what the dealer who purchased the truck was going to sell it for, as it was then flipped again, or attempted to be flipped again, for $289,000. And then we fast forward a couple of weeks, the trucks have absolutely tanked in value. Currently, if you take a look at cars.com, there are a number of Cybertrucks in the $150,000 to $160,000 range, most of which have been going through price drops as well, meaning that this might not even be the floor. At the end of the day, the original buyers who were looking to flip these things are probably fine if they got in at around $100K, but anybody beyond that who bought them at auction in excess of $200,000 are probably biting their nails a little bit right now. And let's just say that it wouldn't be a shock if the number of Cybertruck insurance claims are going up over the next couple of months when people just get stuck with these assets that they now can't do anything with. Those who didn't run out and spend $250K on an impulse can get into their new Cybertruck in the future and do so with a couple of new colors that have come out. So we know that these are known for their stainless steel shell, but they will also be coming with wraps. The 6 new colors are forest green, satin crimson red, iridescent purple, tactical green, satin dark gray, copper tinted clear, and then I guess there were 5 colors that somehow I missed this news, that you can also get your Cybertruck in satin rose gold, satin abyss blue, slip gray, satin stealth black, and satin ceramic white. In other Cybertruck news, it seems as if there have been a number of early quality concerns surrounding the model. Now, I'm not a Tesla critic, as I know a lot of people are because they don't like the electric thing. However, it seems as if there are some real concerns here with a mounting wave of issues that hopefully the brand will be able to sort out before long. For example, we check out a video from YouTuber Marquez Brownlee that talks about insane panel gap issues. Now, panel gap is something that people have criticized Tesla as a whole for over the past couple of years, but it seems as if the Cybertruck just takes things to an all-new level. Jalopnik even went so far as to create an article outlining all of the Cybertruck issues that have come about since delivery so far. Their list cites things like visibility, crash test concerns, and costly repairs, among others. They also took the time to show this first Cybertruck crash, which I guess isn't necessarily the truck's fault, but when you're that first person, it's always a news story because it's like, whoa, look at this hot new expensive car that everybody wants that just got crashed. It's a little awkward. I guess really nothing to be embarrassed about. Just being the first, probably not something that you want to be the first at, but hey, such is life, right? Some also pointed out that the truck, when delivered, really came up short on many promised specifications like range and range per dollar, which are really, really important things, obviously, when it comes to electric vehicles. And at the end of the day, though, I kind of think maybe, hopefully, because I kind of like Tesla. Hopefully this is just like the new Model Blues. I know everyone was incredibly excited about the model and jumped to pull their wallets out, only to be let down a bit in some cases. But hopefully over the next couple of years, this just ends up being a stumble in the timeline. I mean, we all kind of know in the car community here that you might want to stay away from either the first year in a new generation run or a brand new model. So you give them a year or two, to work out their kinks. Obviously, with all of these issues coming out about the Cybertruck, people are going to wait now, which is part of why the value is tanking. And if I was buying one, not sure that I am. Not sure that I can get down with the design. It's just a little bit too, I don't even want to say too wild because I like wild looking vehicles. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of off-putting a little bit to me. It just doesn't look good to me. But those who are waiting, you know, hopefully for them, these issues kind of get worked out over the next couple of years, and you know, see if they can sort out some of these issues. Personally, to me, I feel like the truck is such a departure from the norm that you might kind of have to expect some stuff like this to come up. And yeah, I know having patience is kind of a foreign concept to a lot of people in the age of the internet, but I think that's probably the right play here. Just be patient, see how it plays out. Sorry, but yeah, right now Cybertruck is stumbling a little bit out of the gate, so we'll have to see. So, lesson learned, maybe rent one before you buy. I also see a story that's been going around talking about people that are already renting out their Cybertruck. Seems like an interesting business model. If I knew a little bit more about that business, when I look at these numbers, I might even want to get in on that. So the lowest price on them is $250 if you want to head over to Turo and rent one. I saw this story over on CarBuzz, by the way. So yeah, instead of spending $150K or more on something that you've never seen, maybe that's a good idea. Come to think of it, was that like $7,500 a month? Might not be that bad of a business model to make what? So it's 75,000, like 80 over 80 grand, like almost 90 grand a year, just from renting out a truck that costs 150 grand. If they're renting that out every day, that seems like a good deal. But yeah, so Cybertruck, hopefully they get it together. As of now, things are a little bit rough, but we'll keep an eye on that. And yeah, I definitely would be waiting, but something to keep an eye on.